I remember hearing Tell Me for the first time, and it felt like Jodeci almost. And not necessarily just Cisco, but just I got the Jodeci vibe from it a little bit. And I was like, well, is this new? Like I wasn't sure at the time. But the more I listened, I was like, nah, this is somebody else. And back then it was a coin toss on whether the host would backsell the song and tell you exactly who that was. So you
Yep.
kind of sitting there like, and like, who was that? But the song started to pick up in rotation and stuff like that. And then I learned that they were from Baltimore. And then I learned who they really were because I actually saw them down at the Fudgery. I think that's what it was called, at the harbor,
Hmm.
when they used to sing. Because I remember when I first came to Morgan and I went to the harbor and I was like, who the hell is singing like that? Because you're in there to shop. Like, and you just hear, you're like, it's the dudes over there with the chocolate singing like that. Like,
Right.
and me and the homie we were there for a minute because we was fascinated by, the fact that this organization would even do that. Because I thought it was creative, but the fact that, damn, these brothers could sing.
I was introduced to them by the Eddie soundtrack, and it was on the Eddie soundtrack.
Oh, is that the
So
Whoopi Goldberg?
yes, because it's New York Knicks. Hello. And so so I remember hearing it, but I didn't pay it no mind. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was in the movie, cool, whatever. And then I remember seeing the video. And when I saw the video, I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I know it. I heard this song before. But even before then, I just saw them hopping like a mug. As soon as that beat come on, you boom, you see them,
Right.
they hopping like what? So
Right,
I'm
right.
like, yo, what the hell? And then I was like, yo, this song is dope for real. But I'm like, yo, they giving the dramatics and all that. And I was like, Vig, I was like, it's giving me Jodeci-ish, but then I'm also getting Boyz II Men too. I was getting both. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I like this.
I like Vegas. I just heard him on the radio. Year it came out, I'd have been a senior in high school. It just was a song everybody went up for. I think the big thing was the video with them doing the hop. That was just a thing. And we doing it in the hallway, like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They played it to death on the radio, played it to death on videos. But it was one of those play to death songs that I didn't get sick of, like to this day. But it definitely was like, it was out there. Like, people definitely heard it. So I just liked them from song. They were a guy group that could really, really sing. They had the harmonies were not only great, their harmonies were interesting, how they inserted harmonies in their different songs, whether it was up tempo or slow songs.
Yeah.
And their harmonies made the slow songs not be boring. Because I think every single song on this album had the potential to be boring, but they would do something, and then you're like, oh, they did that. And then they come like a minute later and they do another thing, and it makes these very, very slow, very sentimental songs very interesting. So yeah, they had me at hello. And then I love a bonkers nuts ass lead singer. I mean, I love a Wanye, I love a KC, so I was in there. Like just the overly dramatic, just doing too much. I'm into it because with Cisco, he's all crazy, but he has control. He has amazing control. So it just made it interesting. So I was day one Dru Hill, like stuck with them through to today. I love them.